Alrighty. We are playing V for Vendetta version 2. And ooh, okay. It's an interesting hand. Like, we're a land away from this being okay. So I'm gonna keep it. Tasker and that cycling thing from Amonkhet. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I've seen so Zero's 6-drop. Well, it's not really 6-drop tribal, but there's definitely a deck which it's a wild pair one, right? It's really good. It's really good fun actually. 6-drop. Okay, well we didn't draw land. We really do need to draw a land next turn. Please, deck, please. One time. How hard can it be? Okay, opponent didn't draw a land though, so we're actually okay. Regardless of what we draw. Opponent says, oof. I'll say a sad face. Well, I'm also kind of sad because I really need to draw a land. So we're about on par here. Both can't draw lands. Opponent says, I got greedy, thought for sure I'd scry into a land. Well, they managed to get into a land that time, so that's fine. Talisman of Indulgence. Wow. Okay. I'm hoping we play somebody who's actually playing jank. Hey, we get a land. All right. Time for some Vampire Nighthawkiness. Now, if you remember back to Zendikar block, like Vampire Nighthawk was just awesome. one of my favorite cards to play. I think I actually drafted a mono black vampire deck, and it's super good. Playing against Tier Jund was a little rough. Yeah, I could imagine that at the time. Certainly, I never really I only kept up with competitive Magic through the articles on the mothership. I never actually really played competitive Magic back in the day of Zendikar, but it's just like, yeah, it sounded rough at the time. So opponent's just ramping hard, like Rakdos ramp at the moment. I'm not sure that's a thing. Metalwork Colossus is a thing. Okay. So we are going to play a Blood Crypt tapped. And we're going to make our opponent sacrifice their Metalwork Colossus because no. Wildfire. Okay, now I can see Wildfire being a pain. I'd have said Wildfire, then they played Metalwork Colossus. I mean, we are in the fun rooms. This is about what I'm expecting to see. We want to see some jank. That's what we're here for, right? Well, that's what I'm here for. Fatal Push. Yeah, okay. So pretty even so far. Opponents dealt with our stuff. We've dealt with our opponent's stuff. If we can get rid of a lot of stuff, we've got like Vampire Nocturnus next turn, and that seems pretty decent. No, I think you're right. There's definitely going to be some sort of land destruction here, isn't there? They're running way too many artifacts for this to just be a coincidence. Coalition victory. That'd be a neat one. I mean, for the sideboard for this, we have Vandal Blast, so realistically, we're actually in a great spot after sideboarding. It's a Wormcore. Okay, Wormcore's fine. Wormcore's fine. I mean, do we just play Vampire Champion? I'm kind of okay with just having them run into each other for a turn. Yeah, I think Vampire Champion is the right call here. Vandal Blast pretty much says 4 and red win the game. That'd be the plan, yeah. Especially against this. That is just... I mean, it's lucky that we have it in the sideboard. It's lucky that Vandal Blast also begins with a V. So I'm pretty okay with that. Yeah, Wormcore Engine seems good. I'm still not really sure what our opponent's doing, though. So... could be sweet. Could be sweet. Seems like they're having real issues in trying to tap for the right colour of mana right now, which... given some of these artifacts, like Signets are kind of annoying to get working because you obviously have to tap them first and then pay for the costs. There's Wildfire. All right. Yeah. Raimi called it. GG's. All right. Yeah, we can't come back from that. So, Right. Yeah. GG. Vandal Blast, I guess. Just straight up for Vandal Blast. I guess we run Victim of Night just in case, and the other Bonus Hunger. Just make sure that we can actually kill our opponent's stuff. But all right, go down Vampiric Fury, go down Vanquisher's Banner, go down probably Voldaren Pariah Vona. It seems a bit expensive. Probably one of the Nocturnuses. And Plague doesn't sound too bad against the 3/3 tokens of Wormcore. That is actually not a terrible point. Let's go Vampire Envoy down and down one longbow. All right, cool. So we're really looking for a hand with Vandal Blast. That's basically the way of winning the game. If we don't have a hand with Vandal Blast, what do we do about it? Well, this is a 1-land hand regardless, so we can scoop that up. This is a 0-land hand. This is a 2-land hand. It's not awful. All right. Well, we'll try our best. We'll try our best. It's a slow start. It's a slow start. Yeah, border posts. I do like border posts. I do like playing with them. But they are basically just for broken strategies. So yeah. Any sort of deck that cares about killing lands, like Balance, for example, is a good deck. All right, Vandal Blast number 1. Sweet. So I guess for now we're going to get in with Vampire Envoy and yeah, hopefully draw 2 more lands. Win the game. I'm up for that. So we can actually Vandal Blast before they can get off. Well, theoretically we can Vandal Blast before they get off Wildfire. So it's going to be a race against time. Having said that, they do have a lot of ramp. So I don't know. Okay, Mind Stone is kind of bad for us. And there's a Colossus. Ugh. So we can Victim of Night this, or we can Vampiric Link it. I mean, Vampiric Link basically says do nothing. Alternatively, we can just Victim of Night this, and I think we have to yeah, let's Victim of Night this. Like, we haven't got enough mana for Vandal Blast, so all right, our opponent isn't actually playing anything scary just yet. So let's attack with Envoy. We've left open the Vandal Blast. Just about. We can only deal with one thing. It's obviously, it's obviously sorcery speed, so we can't do anything in response, but yeah, I don't think our opponent's just going to fire off a Wildfire. Not against this board. They have nothing to do with this, so I mean, I like it. I like what our opponent's doing here. I really do. I do like the concept. I didn't even think Wildfire was legal in Modern. What set was Wildfire printed in? Yeah. Okay, sacrifices stuff to get the Colossus back. So that's kind of decent for us. If they're just on the Colossus plan, then we can totally deal with this. I mean, we can actually just Vandal Blast it. Okay, Fatal Pushes, sure. There's a Swamp. 9th edition, okay. Yeah, 9th edition had a bunch of weird stuff. Basically. So I kind of feel I want to just Vampiric Link this for now, so we're not gonna die to it, and we're gonna just play Vicious Conquistador and pass the turn back. So essentially, we're not. This is just pacified right now. It can block. Theoretically, I think this is how it works, because this is still the old wording, so it doesn't give the creature lifelink. It's whenever it deals damage, you gain that much life, and I own the enchantment, so I should be okay with this. We'll find out. If our opponent attacks, they haven't attacked. Okay, that's good. So now we're basically in top deck mode. There's Vandal Blast. All right. Pass the turn. So I'm not going to fire it off straight away. There's no point in firing it off straight away. Opponent's got 3 cards in hand. Great. If they fired off, I mean, they can't actually even cast Wildfire right now. Okay, Vandal Blast does not target that, so that's kind of good. But yeah, that's kind of a pain for us to deal with. Oh, swamp. Don't need more swamps. We really don't. All right, pass the turn. So we're looking for our opponent to just dump all their artifacts out of their hand, hopefully. I mean, we can take a few hits from Edge Champion. Not too worried by this. I mean, we could even get in with Conquistador. I mean, what are we doing with Conquistador right now? Absolutely nothing. If our opponent blocks, we gain 10 life. Doesn't sound awful. I mean, we can always Vandal Blast at whatever point we want. So this saves us for like 5 turns if our opponent blocks here. Fatal Push. Wow. Okay. that is a bold choice for a 1/1 or 1/2. Opponent has 4 cards in hand. What are you doing, opponent? Apart from just attacking. I mean, that's obvious, but what's the plan, I guess? Seems our plan is basically just to keep drawing stuff that we can't really play yet, so looking for I think Nocturnus here is probably our best bet. As long as that's not going to die, we should be okay. I'd take a Nighthawk. Nighthawk would be pretty sweet. Land is very far away from any of those. We are going to have to fire a Vandal Blast at some point because Edge Champion is going to just kill us. So, okay, Talisman of Indulgence. Anything else? No. Alright, down to 13. We get... Okay, Vandal Blast. Okay, so I'm actually okay with Vandal Blasting here. As long as we have a backup in hand, I'm okay with this. We do lose our Vampiric Link, which is a pain. But I'm happy. I think this is a lot better. I think this is a good position to be in. Yeah, float some mana. Everything goes away. Now I think we've got the momentum. I mean, our opponent's on 3 mana. 6 cards in hand, 3 mana. We have essentially 2 removal spells in hand. Our opponent's kind of heavy on the artifact strategy. So, I mean, we've got to stop drawing lands at some point, right? So, hopefully. Yeah, I think they're going to struggle here. If they've got 8 cards in hand now. They had oh wow, they actually had the Wildfire in hand. Well, that is good news for us. Why on earth was Wildfire printed in 9th edition? The early one. Why did Etch die to that? Okay, so Etch died to that because so protection gives you protection from damage, enchantment, blocking, and targeting. So DEBT, det. So it doesn't damage. Like Zero says, it doesn't damage. It doesn't target. So anything that says destroy, yeah. If I tried to target it, I wouldn't be able to target it. But because I overloaded it, it was fine. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, fine. More lands. Yeah. We can literally cast all of our deck now. It's not even that expensive. I mean, we've got to stop drawing lands at some point. There's not even that many lands in the deck. I mean, we're at 24 lands, but yeah. All right. I'm playing around Wildfire after it got discarded. Pretty much, yeah. So getting to the point where another Vandal Blast is probably fine. Yeah. So if our opponent wants to, yeah, fuel for Vraska, definitely. Wildfire just does nothing to us right now. Vona is pretty decent because we'll get Ascend. We'll get the City's Blessing fairly straightforwardly. Another board post. Yep. I mean, I'm just going to Vandal Blast all of these away. I don't know about you guys, but seems like a good plan. Might as well hit 3. If our opponent's trying to get to 6, I think stopping them from getting to 6 seems fine. Is it really halfway on lands? Okay. Opponent cannot deal with the fact that we're just destroying everything. GG. GG. Okay, well, sideboard cards came in really good there. See what happens. Deck 3? Game 3. There we go. I can totally speak this evening. Thank you very much to everyone who stuck around from Vince's stream. Do appreciate it. Obviously, I know you can be going elsewhere. I'm not quite the same kind of streamer as Vince is, but I do hope you're having fun. Do let me know what you think. If you have any, if you got any feedback, just let me know. Happy to hear from other people. Alrighty, so needs more toot, does it? All right, we need more tooting. So what? Minotaurs? I don't know. I've heard so many people say Minotaur. God, I really shouldn't be saying Minotaur. It's Minotaur. We're going to keep this hand. This hand is actually not too terrible. But yeah, we need to play the Minotaur that's blowing the big trumpet, and I can't remember what the effect actually does, but all I know is he's playing a trumpet and blowing everything up. So. So all we need to draw is draw lands. How hard can it be? All right, Vampire Champion is a good one if we have the longbow, because we can kill things really good. So I'm pretty happy with that. Not that our opponent has showed any, any real way of playing creatures other than, the Colossus and the worms, but that's probably fine. All right, we're going to play Godless Shrine tapped because we don't I don't think our opponent's going to be able to play a creature, so that's fine. But we really do need to draw some lands. So last game we flitted out, and this game we are not drawing lands. So okay, this is the absolutely have to draw lands plus Vandal Blast hand. So we'll pay 2 life. We're going to Vona's Hunger. We're going to make sure our opponent does not have creatures. Seems like a good plan. Etch Champion seems really good. Would like a way of getting this Vengeful Pharaoh into our graveyard, if at all possible. Not entirely sure how we're going to do that. Opponent scoops it up. All right, that is one way of winning a game. Opponent says, gotta go to work. GG. GG. Smiley face. All right, had a Wildfire in hand. Okay, we were going to lose that. I'll take the win, but we're going to lose that, so never mind.